We're coming to you live today from the Ohio State House, where the Ohio legislature is going to be voting to raise the threshold to 60% to amend the Ohio Constitution. I've got my guest today, Jenna Powell, State Representative, and also Brian Kemper from Priests for Life, Seth Dreyer from Created Equal. We'll give you a full report on the doings, the goings on here at the State House, as well as if there's a vote, and we think there will be by the end of the day, you'll get the result. All right, friends, I'm with Brian Kemper, my good friend, and he's with Priests for Life and Stand True Ministries. Brian, we're at the Ohio State House today. They're going to be voting on this 60% threshold, trying to raise that threshold to amend the Ohio Constitution. This is an epic day, win or lose, and I think we're going to win it, to head this off at the pass. That's what we're trying to do. And the first thing we're trying to do, Brian, is to try to keep them off the ballot. They have until July 5th to collect enough signatures that would get them on the ballot. And
actual legal signatures.
That's correct. Right. And so we have what we're calling the Decline to Sign campaign. You've been doing it in Troy. Explain to people what that is and your experience.
Well, you know, it basically is what it is, letting people know they should decline to sign this petition, that they need to know what it's about. Just like on Monday, some petitioners went into a local coffee shop in Troy, and they approached a friend of mine who owns a tattoo shop because they thought he looks crazy. He immediately called me, and I was downtown in a few minutes, and I just basically followed him around and let people know what he was actually trying to get them to sign. And not a single person signed the petition for those couple hours, and they ended up leaving town. But it's something that we need to be doing. We need to be educating the public on the truth. This is not just about, it's just so people have some choice in Ohio. No. This is literally about cementing the killing of innocent children through all 9 months of pregnancy in the state of Ohio for any reason whatsoever, and also taking away parents' rights. So your 13-year-old can go into a Planned Parenthood and get an abortion, have their child killed, get this major surgery without their parents knowing about it. Yet my son hurt himself in gym class last week, and they couldn't give him a Tylenol.
Right.
They couldn't give him a Tylenol at age 16.
Right.
But if he wanted to take a girl to get an abortion, they would have helped him. It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do here is get them to think.
Yeah.
To delay. Don't sign it today. Take this information home. Think about it. And if you end up signing it, I guess that's up to you. But know the truth about the amendment, because it's so vague. You could drive a Mack truck through it. We wonder how we got the so-called right to abortion in the U.S. Constitution. Remember that with Roe v. Wade? Thankfully, the court made it right and overturned Roe, but the same kind of thing is happening here. The language that they're using is specifically vague, so they can do what they want, which is expand abortion, enshrine it, wipe away parental notice, parental rights, and women's protective, some of the things that we've passed here in the State House to protect women.
Absolutely.
And so forth. And that's what we're trying to do, is just give people the truth.
Mark, this is a constitutional amendment. This is not a little law or a little like whatever. It's a constitutional amendment. Think about this. When you go buy a car, how carefully do you read the contract and the lease? And you buy a house, how carefully do you read all those details? Yeah. Think about that. You're just buying a car for 5 years or leasing a car. You're going to look at every detail of that lease before you sign your name to that. Yeah. This is a constitutional amendment. Right. Do not just go sign your name to something that you don't know exactly what it is. Right. Think about everything else in your life. When you get a phone, anything where you sign a contract, you want to see details. Right. Do not sign this unless you know exactly what it is. And what it is dangerous to children, to women, and to families.
Exactly. And friends, you can go to volunteer.createdequal.org. That's our website. It's a portal, so you can get involved in this volunteer effort to attempt to get people to decline to sign the amendment. Brian Kemper's been my guest. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.
Mark Harrington here. I'm with Jenna Powell, State Rep here at the Ohio Legislature. And Jenna, what's going on today? It's a big day. I just mentioned over here that I was here for the introduction of the Ohio Heartbeat Bill in 2011. That was an epic day, and then it passed in 2019. This is a big one, too.
Well, absolutely. Today we have so many people here to protect Ohio's Constitution. There's a lot of outside funding coming into our state trying to change the Constitution. We need to do everything we can to protect the unborn and protect the Constitution in our state.
So what people need to understand, right now it's 50% plus one. This would take it to 60%, but it would put it on the ballot in August. There's 2 votes today, right? One's for the threshold and the other's for the August ballot, right? Explain that. I don't want to get in the weeds too much, but people need to understand what's going on behind us here.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of things that could happen on the floor today. I'll start that with. But what we really need to do is to up the threshold from 50% to 60%. You know, it is our Constitution. We need to ensure it's protected from out-of-state money. And so we also need to ensure that we have an August election because we want that to be on the ballot this August.
Right. And so if we get the August election, I think we have a pretty fair chance of getting this 60% as a constitutional amendment, which it should be. I mean, you look at the federal Constitution, our founders made it difficult to amend the U.S. Constitution, and it should also be difficult to do it for the Ohio Constitution, right? Absolutely.
You know, we don't want out-of-state people from California coming in and telling Ohioans what they have to do when it comes to our Constitution. So protecting it at that 60% threshold is very important.
Well, I appreciate your work and support for this and all the other things you do here at the Ohio State House for the babies and the pro-life movement. Thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, everybody. I'm here with Seth Dreher, my good friend and colleague at Created Equal, and we want to talk about the Decline to Sign campaign. Seth, we've got this portal online. For those who live in Ohio who are watching or listening to the program, they can go there and be involved in the project. First of all, what is Decline to Sign?
It's very simple. So what it sounds like, right? Declining to sign. We're not harassing people saying you must, we're not trying to stop them physically from signing the petition, right? But we know they need signatures to get this on the ballot. So we are going out to inform people about the many reasons, which there are many of them, why they ought not sign this petition to help it get on the ballot this fall.
Okay. And the website address is?
volunteer.createdequal.org. volunteer.createdequal.org.
Okay, so how's that work?
All right, well, so it's pretty simple. Like, a lot of people, I think, who want to be involved wonder, where do I go? Where are the people getting signatures? And secondly, when I get there, what do I say? So we made it very simple for you. If you go to that website, you can drop a pin to inform us when you see people out and about, because a lot of people, I keep getting texts around the state, they see people out getting signatures. This website is a single clearinghouse where you can drop a pin on a map, interactive map, and say they're here now, they're going to be there tomorrow, and it will help us inform people in that area to send out a rapid response team to go respond to it. So the first of all, the website is a way to get notifications to inform us where they are. But secondly, some people wonder, like, when I go out there, what do I say? So the website has a training element too, where you can watch a video detailing what you should say when you go there, how to act, how to behave, and also other resources to help you do the actual outreach when you go there.
And we have a red line document, which is the rave across the state. It is, really. It's one of the best pieces of literature I think that you can have when we're informing you about the amendment. Explain what that does, because that's also on the portal, right, on the website.
Yeah. So what's really funny is if you go, anyone who's watching or listening, if they've seen the petitioner circulators out there, they're not passing out the amendment. They have one version on their clipboard you can read. But people, I realize a lot of people want to take something home with them. So we built this, taking the full amendment language, it for itself, not changing any words, leaving as it is, but then adding some notes on top of it with red pens, circling things, underlining things, explaining why it is so dangerous, why we say this is for minors, because it says every individual, not individuals generally, every individual. So this is a simple document which is on the portal, volunteer.createdequal.org. Click on the training tab. You can download, print this off, give it away to people. It simply is a way to show everyone why we are justified in saying this is so damaging, so dangerous. I just talked to someone who heard you speak last night in Fostoria, and they're suggesting now you take the amendment, this red pen version, give it to someone, say, read the dark stuff first, which is the actual amendment language. Then they say, read the light stuff afterward, which are notes on top of it. So it's a pretty handy tool to use.
So, friends, we're at the Ohio State House today. There's going to be an epic vote today, this afternoon, on raising the threshold to amend the Ohio Constitution to 60%. And if we can do that, I think that and get it on the ballot before November, then we can push this off for a while, at least delay it. And so that's why we're here. Hey, friends, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm at the Ohio State House. The House of Representatives has just voted with 62 votes to pass HJR2, which will put on the ballot in August a constitutional amendment to raise the threshold to amend the Ohio Constitution to 60%. Praise God, and thank you for your prayers. Our opposition is still outside the chamber, screaming and chanting, as you can hear behind me.
but it's a good day for America. It's a good day for Ohio. And most of all, it's a good day for unborn children. God bless you.
You've been listening to Mark Harrington, your radio activist. For more information on how to make a difference for the cause of life, liberty, and justice, go to createdequal.org. To follow Mark, go to markharringtonshow.com. Be sure to tune in next time for your marching orders in the culture war.